Oh, welcome to Cushy TV, the straight talking YouTube channel. We are talking injuries in both camps and the big fight, of course, approaching Usyk v Fury. So we're going to talk about that. Just, yes, wait for it. We have insight to injuries. Now, to my left, regular on the show, Jack Newham, the Cookie Kid. Yeah, maybe making a comeback, and heavyweight hopeful out in January, Joe Smith Jr. So we're going to go straight in. Yes, we have had... Now listen, what you're going to say is, how do we know? It's not out there in the public, there are injuries, but spies are in camps. Yeah, when you're talking about £100 million fights, and we do know that some injuries are plaguing Tyson Fury, and injuries are plaguing Oleksander Usyk. Now, boys, can I start with the injury bit? Yeah? Right, I really noted a bloke from my fighting family, really noted bloke in the fight game. We had a chat and that, and he says he's some good serious information that he couldn't reveal from obviously, but Tyson Fury is struggling with both elbows, yeah? Now that's saying, as an Asian fighter, hide an elbow operation, don't look on the camera, you might see the scar. I've got a scar here from an elbow operation right around Tyson Fury's age now, people take him in a year. So I know that heavyweight boxer, I end up having one later on the left, the keel, no scar there, like such. Now, and the reported injury on Usyk, yeah, is it's either a glute or a calf, and I know that, I'm going for it right now, and I've had that way plaguing me over. It's all consistent with repetitive stuff in Asian athletes, and we know these are clean athletes, yeah, and they're not juiced up athletes, they're clean. So I really believe what I've been told about both of these injuries. I really can see that to be so factual, and I really do believe it. And I'm wondering what is a less of the problem. What would you prefer to, have you ever had a glute strain?
No.
Have you?
I have, yeah.
Even at your age?
Yeah.
What's going to impede your training most, a glute strain or a couple of elbows playing you up? I know you've got a hip with elbows, but you can do all the rest of your work.
Personally, I'd say your glutes, everything with the artwork comes from the legs and that, doesn't it? So.
I couldn't agree more. So everything propelling off of the legs.
Yeah.
So if it's a calf or a glute, the same thing. It's the same connected muscles going up the body, isn't it?
Bad elbows, you can do a bit of road.
Well, at least you can do like shadow boxing, no impact stuff. You can still keep your hands free. You can do all that stuff, yeah. I've worked around both lots of injuries, and I totally agree with you. So you don't know much about these injuries, but no. I know a lot about these injuries, and trust me, I can believe that to be true. I really do. I mean, you might think out there, well, how do you know that? And I don't know that for sure, but the guy that gave me is a really knowledgeable guy. He grew up in the fight game, the famous fight family, very good trainer, and connected to a lot of people when they've got this information. And bear in mind, you've got to think, well, no, they're all behind closed doors, but they're spies in spies in camps. £100 million, you know. And what happens, they don't leak something out, they leak something out in confidence. He tells a girlfriend, before you know it, this stuff does get out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It happens, yeah?
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's that. So go to the fight. Let's remove the injuries aside for a minute. How are we going to see the return?
Personally, I think now that Fury's more into it more, Ray's been talking, and same as you see, I'd see this being a draw this time. 50-50, I've seen it being a draw.
And look, you're not the first person to say that. It's a big long shot at drawing a fight, but very nearly a draw last time. How are you seeing it, Joe?
Personally, I would go for Fury, just because he's very good after he gets to see someone, and once he's been 12 rounds with a fighter, he learns a lot. I don't think he's got to change too much. It was a close fight anyway. I reckon he's going to pick up a couple of things, probably not take a silly shot like he did, and I reckon he's going to get the job done this time. Fury points another time for me.
Well, I think it was a very close fight. I can make the case, so I'm sitting almost in the middle here. We're going Fury, draw. I can nearly make a case for you, because look at the pluses for Usyk. He very nearly knocked him out. The ref intervened, and we still can't get to the bottom of that intervene. Did he call it a knockdown as the rope stopped him from going down, and then the bell happened? I still can't quite get to the bottom of why he stepped in.
I don't even know, to be honest. It was a bad second, really.
But he was very close to looking over like he's going to cave down like a big oak tree, didn't he?
Yeah,
It looked like he's going to go down, yeah?
Saved him.
It definitely saved him. But if he did go down, if he got up from that Wilder scenario, he probably would have got up to his feet from that.
Easy.
Yeah, because that's what he does. He clambers up, even when You know, Wilder thought he was a ghost getting up,
Yeah.
didn't he? Give it one of them, Wilder, didn't he? Thought, yeah, another
was
one,
done.
and he looked over and went,
He was
oh
up
dear,
again.
oh dear, the
I
aliens
don't
got
know
up.
how he
I
got
said,
up
yeah,
from
no,
that, though.
unbelievable, and
I
then
don't know
fought
how
back.
he got up.
So I don't know if he would have finished him in that round, but he certainly would have had him over if the ref hadn't intervened. That's the positive for Usyk. Now, Fury never quite delivered those blows to put him in such trouble, yeah? But what I will say is this. If you can land 10 clean shots on a man where he's just like that, legs all over the place, and he ain't put him out, he don't fear his one punch devastation power.
No.
Because he said himself somewhere, you hit me 10 clean shots and my legs were like Bambi, and I
Yeah.
didn't go down.
No.
So that's then the positive for Fury. Now, Usyk is a super intelligent fighter, isn't he? But
Yeah.
Fury's also a very intelligent fighter. You're
Yeah.
talking about two super intelligent
One of
fighters.
the best, isn't it?
Now, the way I see it, Usyk can't do any more than what he's done.
No.
And to me, I'll give it to him by one round. We've had a very close fight. Some of them in my house, I think yourself included, did you have it even last
I
night?
had it about a draw.
Oh, yeah. How did you have it? You had it,
Usyk
well, 1 or 2, was it?
2, I think. it
2,
was,
yeah.
2, yeah.
So, and other people in my house even give it to Fury. So it's a really, really close fight. But I don't think Usyk can bring much more to the table.
No, not what we did
Yeah.
in the last fight.
And Fury doesn't need to bring much more to the table. He needs to avoid that bad round.
And just go on the front foot, mate, on the front
It
foot.
was-
Do you think the front foot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a masterclass. I don't think so.
And maybe,
I think stick to what he was doing, definitely.
Well, I sort of
Just
tend to agree with
Be a
you,
bit
Joe,
more
because
smart.
they said stop clowning around. On 4 occasions, he put his hand on the ropes. On 4 occasions, yeah? On 4 occasions, he hit him. On 2 occasions, he had his hands on his back. He never got it.
For 8
Yeah,
rounds.
so they said it was clowning. It wasn't as though that clowning cost him a heavy hit, was it?
no.
No, for 8 rounds, it was probably up there for one of the best I've ever seen in box. It was a masterclass.
I thought the same. He outboxed the boxer.
For 8 rounds, it was a masterclass. I think if he can keep it up, he had no answers for him for the first half of the fight. You see, didn't he? Didn't know. He looked a bit lost.
The only thing I would change if I was Fury, is what can I change if you were Usyk? I can't see he can change anything.
No, not Usyk.
You know,
anyway.
all I would do if I was Fury, and what I see if I was in camp, when Usyk attacks, yeah, I would have a tendency to hold because Usyk did come forward,
Quite,
yeah, a lot,
Yeah.
and I would just tend to hold a bit more. But it's difficult to say. On the same token, I'm thinking he did miss a lot of shots as well.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, really, what he must not do, when he hits him and hurt him, he seriously hurt him with single shots, right uppercut and right to the body.
Yeah.
And mostly uppercuts and to the body
You
and
Usyk don't like a body shot.
He's
though.
definitely-
yeah, sort of rounded sort of rounded
Right up
hooks
to
to the body and uppercut one. It's the same punch except one keeps going upwards and one hits the body. But it's a sort of right uppercut sort of hook to the body, wasn't it? That hurt him
Yeah.
and an uppercut. But I think what he's got to do is step on the gas a bit more because it's clear to see that he didn't like that
No.
Usyk.
No.
And why would he?
That's not, he didn't like
I
the
think
body
he's
shot.
got to target that body even more.
Yeah.
I think he was weak there.
He don't like
I was
it.
surprised how much he landed to the body. He landed clean to the body a lot.
And it did hurt Usyk and all. You could see it. He went.
Well, what you can see, a picture speaks 1,000 words. What you can see there is that Usyk goes on the back foot. He's picks in and out, picks in and out, even goes forward. Yeah, beautiful as he does, but when he was hurt, he was proper. I'm going back this way,
Yeah.
mate. You have hurt me, and there's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. The only difference was it was more telling when Fury got it, because he sort of he went wobbling. He got it with
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. If Fury can get it with singles, yeah, and hold and tie, yeah,
It'd be different.
all right, it'll be different because this bloke's got super accuracy.
Oh.
But if the injuries, the way I see it, if these injuries are true, and I do believe them to be true, if he's anything but imperfectionist, Usyk, I think the way he trains, like 3 minutes underwater and all this
Yeah.
stuff, I don't think he can get away being imperfectionist against a Tyson Fury. I mean that, even with bad elbows, because as you said, you can rest these up for the night.
Yeah.
He'll go for all the pain in the world in the night. You know,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't know if they can have steroid injections without
No,
failing.
most of them do. Not some of them have injections. to stop the
Injections. I
pain.
don't know if you can have injections without failing the drug stigma. I don't know. Is the answer, to be honest?
A lot of
you can feel it on the
There's a
day.
box. I can't remember.
But
what box
adrenaline would
name.
take him a long way.
There was a box. He had the same thing in his hands. He had injections in his hands and still got away with it. But then,
Yeah, possibly if it's all,
but then after the
sanctioned.
fight, his old hand was hurting because
Yeah.
the thing just wears out.
Oh yeah, of course. But the thing is, you could arguably say at home, if Tyson Fury goes on adrenaline with elbows, and he goes on adrenaline with a calf you strain or a glute, you know, you can't propel yourself around the ring. They're different injuries.
No.
You cannot propel yourself around the ring. And arguably you can say the ones that do the damage is these. So, but you can go through the pain barrier, but you can go through the pain barrier with a glute or a calf, but you can't get round the
You
ring.
can't move.
You know, this is stuff that springs you or elasticates you and springs you around the ring. Boom, 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 like this, but in a roundabout
Yeah.
way.
If you haven't
It makes you move.
if you haven't done all your work in camp because of an injury as well, mentally it takes its toll on you a bit as
Yeah.
well, definitely. You know
It
in the back of
kills you
your
out
head.
as well.
Can
know
Tyson
that you
Fury
weren't
stop
quite
him?
ready. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting what you say. Second fight, he susses people out. I mean, he had a closest fight with Derek Chisora, didn't he?
Oh.
Closest fight. And then
Yeah.
when he fought Derek Chisora, then it was the first time I ever knew that Tyson Fury was going to be one of the really serious heavyweights. When he made Derek Chisora look second, third rate, he absolutely schooled him without getting a glove on him almost. And that's what he done on the second occasion. The same with Wilder. He found a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the third time he done it with Chisora, but we already saw that the second
Yeah.
time, yeah. Who else has he fought? He's John McDermott. I mean, he struggled with John McDermott, but again, he did beat John McDermott in the second fight. There was no argument in that one. But I mean, not by massive amounts of weight, of distance, but he did perform better in the second fight, which backs up what you say.
Yeah.
So every time he's met somebody again, he's come up to the plate and sussed them.
Yeah, his intelligence is mastered.
And what do you say about the camp gone quiet? Remember John Fury, bang, but was it wasn't quite that hard, was it? It was a bit of a headbutt by matey. What was his name? Stanislas, whatever his name was. Usyk's camp. Nutted him. All this game, very loud, wasn't it? Been a very quiet camp, hasn't it, so far?
So far.
But we've got press conferences to
Yeah,
come yet.
yeah.
Do you think Big John will shout off this week?
Yeah.
Or? You reckon?
Yeah.
What do you think you say this week, Cookie?
Probably a lot of things.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably call him like rabbit teeth and stuff like that, just to get him, try and get under his skin, try and get
It
used
didn't work last time, did it?
No. Maybe he might come on with
What
a
do you
different
reckon? How do you
trick.
think?
I reckon he's been warned. I reckon
Yeah, if you do it, if you
he's
start
keeping
again.
his mouth shut this time and let his boy go to work.
Yeah.
Type thing.
But Fury has been very honest and open, and as is Usyk. They've certainly respected each other. The pressure's probably... Who's the pressure off more? Do you think if there's any...
I think the most pressure's on Usyk more.
You think?
Yeah, I think the pressure's on more onto him, because he's obviously got defend it.
How do you see it?
I reckon it's more on Fury because I reckon the 2 losses probably, or it says who the better man is for one, and it could end his career, couldn't it? One apiece.
Well, I agree with you, but I think
Yeah.
I think that could be the little motivation that he needs. That just that
I think it
extra
only
piece
makes
of
it better
tunnel
mentally.
vision. And if there's any, I don't think he cannot get complacent. That's silly to say, but any little thing of the pressure's off me as much because I've already won it. If he just takes, if he only 99% of what he was,
Yeah.
it was that close a fight, and the Fury comes in. You got any worries about Fury's punch resistance?
No, not really. No, I think he just took one there what he should never have took, like that square on, like fully loaded. I don't think he'd take a shot that clean.
He
against
rarely
him.
does anyway,
And
does
if,
he?
and yeah, ever. And if he does, I don't think it'll have that effect on him again. Probably.
Do you think his punch resistance is there still or
Still,
no?
I think he's still got it, as you can see on the pads. Obviously the pads don't get back, but see it in the sparring, see clips of him sparring.
No, we're on about punch resistance now.
No, he's still got
Do you
it.
think he can still take a punch,
Yeah.
Tyson
Yeah.
Fury?
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I mean, a lot of people think I'm talking stupid when I say this. But I said I never think Tyson Fury had the greatest chin in the world. I thought he had the greatest recovery in the world. Because he's
Oh,
probably
he's
been
the
on the
best.
deck about 10 or 11
He's
times.
capable to be definitely.
And what it says is,
He's got the best recovery
in the
ever.
old book, the old manual was that if the mark of a good champion is one can go to the floor. We know he's a good champion. But what we're saying is, I mean, like Ali never had a chin of, he had a very, very good chin, Ali.
Yeah.
But he was on the floor some occasions. But if you have somebody like Oliver McCall or Tex Cobb, you can beat him all day long and couldn't get him on the floor. But they're still good chins. I mean, Ali had an exceptional chin, but he never had the greatest chin.
No.
Only,
Right.
only very few fighters
Yeah,
ever take.
yeah,
exactly. There's not many who do. But Fury, I'm saying, he's been down by cruiserweights. He's been put down many times, but he bounces up, and he's got a great power of recovery.
His recovery's
And
on.
this
I
is
think
where-
he's the best in the boxing. I think.
This is where I think it's difficult for Usyk to be able to stop him, because his power of recovery. And he can hurt him, he can put him down and wobble him. We've seen that.
Yeah,
But I think if he sticks some body shots in
yeah,
and stays with them body shots, and I'll tell you now, right here, right now, I reckon he's going to put one, because of the Daniel Dubois situation, he's going
yeah.
to put one below, right below that belt. I think he's planning that.
yeah,
And see where it really is and see what the referee says, because at the end of the day it's a fight. There's no sportsmanship. If you can get one down a bit low and become heavyweight champion of the world, trust me, they will. You'll break somebody's nose and their jaw and their ribs, you'll hit them a bit low. That's the nature of the beast, yeah?
yeah.
Do anything.
Anyone would do anything
Yes.
to try and win that title.
Ben Holyfield, Tyson, head down a bit, nut, head down a bit, nut. Yeah?
Head on that chest.
It's a clever way of breaking the rules. And if Tyson Fury is a price, don't
Yeah,
go
I think he will. I think because Daniel Dubois done it, he thinks, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot now. If it
Yeah.
works, it works. If it don't, it don't. It's a
That's
chance
exactly,
of
well,
just
well,
take
yeah,
it.
Yeah, it's only a low blow
Nothing.
warning, isn't it?
You just get a warning.
He's got you free, exactly. You won't continue to do it. I
No.
think it's too clever for
No.
that. Who do you think, yeah, has got the psychological edge in what you've seen, or ain't there much of an edge to what you've seen so
I
far?
think they're both two good men mentally. I think that's why they're the best. I think it's just going to come down to skill.
And if it's a straight fight, a really close fight, because the last one was close and the judges
Yeah.
went with Usyk, with all that silly capering around, and I actually thought they would have been with Fury, but I'm sure all that headbutting and all that shit turned people,
Yeah,
the
definitely.
people
Yeah.
go off people, yeah. I think a good quiet camp this week, if it's a close fight, and they've got the trilogy in mind and all this
Yeah.
bit to go with it, who do you think the judges are leaning with this time, if it's a
I
sort
think
of...
no, he needs a Fury just for the third fight.
Yeah, for
probably.
the third fight, most probably.
Yeah.
They'll probably give this one to Fury, get a third fight going, and then they'll probably give that a draw or give it back to Usyk so they get another fight going.
I've already started talking
Yeah.
to the third fight, so I reckon
Yeah.
it is close. And
They'll give it to Fury for a third fight, make it even bigger, more money fight.
It's amazing how many people have gone for the draw. You're one of them. So many really
I'm giving it a
serious
draw.
gamblers and like knowledgeable people have been going for the draw.
This whole training camp, I've watched clips of it. Where I've seen them both train, where what they've been doing, like behind the closed doors and that. This fight is more harder to pick than the first one.
Well, Evans, I couldn't agree more, because you know what's
yeah,
the first one you had an opinion like, oh, he'll win easy, and we're just proving it's such a close fight. I couldn't agree more.
I think it's one of them. I think it's like a flip of a coin. Whoever gets it.
Yeah,
Fair play to both fighters.
couldn't agree more. So let's tune in. That's it, really, boys. Injuries, all you people out there. Will it be revealed? I've been told that, and I will very much see that. What part it will play, we'll find out. If it's a part, let us know what you think on the chat.
Maybe after.
Cookie's making a comeback possibly in April, which is great. Joe's out in January after Christmas. Thanks for tuning in, and let's look out. We are going to do a bit more later on the week on the run up to the big one when we get some more breaking news on the press conference, etc. In the meantime,